Hold on, we ain't ready just yet. What that boy Wayne say? If the light of flick is legit.
Hey, welcome to MIKE&KJ Sport Talk.
Soft. KJ, Mike, KJ, however you want it.
Whatever.
Whichever.
So, we got a packed show today for sure.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to be talking about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about legacy.
Sure.
We're going to get a little bit into the NBA, you know, the Lakers, Nets. We're going to get into all that, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
been a long time coming. I feel like it's perfect that we launching this on Black History Month.
What?
It is Black History Month.
Celebrate
Celebrate.
Tyson life. It is a celebration. I mean, she was 96.
Living a lifetime.
Long time, boy.
Good Jesus. Let's get this shit cracking.
Let's get into it, bro. Let's get into it. Super Bowl, big dog. I mean, the people got what they want, man.
For sure.
Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes, the perceived GOAT versus the up-and-coming GOAT, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You know, people got different opinions on that. I mean, you can't deny he's the best thing we've seen in our lifetime.
For sure.
At least the start of his career, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, all things can happen. You get pull up Patrick Willis, get pull up Calvin Johnson.
You pull a Barry Sanders. Play for Ted to be done.
People got what they want.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for nothing better. I mean,
Really
the story writes itself. Can Brady finish his conquest of having a championship year without Bill Belichick? I mean, like I've told you before, and now I'll say it officially on record. To me, Tom Brady don't have nothing to prove. He can lose this Super Bowl by 50.
For sure.
And he's still going to be the greatest. I mean, he got there.
Yeah. To me, it really, this year cemented his greatness, bro. Like, even though he did have a bad second half to the NFC Championship game, this man literally went to a whole nother conference and in the first year took his team to the Super Bowl. I mean, you can't really ask much more than that, man.
And before people say, oh, well, he played for a stacked team. Okay, context matters. And that will be a theme with this show. Context matters. Like, you can't just say one thing. You got to tell me why. All right?
Yeah.
Like, you say the Bucs, I say you, I'm just generally speaking. Mm-hmm. You say the Bucs is a stacked team. Okay, why are they a stacked team? You say Antonio Brown. What has Antonio Brown done since the Steelers besides steal the headlines? Low-key people forgot he played for the Bucs. He didn't even play in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Gronk ain't played football in 2 years.
But Pro Football Focus rated Mike Evans and Chris Godwin the best duo in the league before the season started.
I feel that, but what do your eyes tell you?
My eyes tell me he went to a way better team than the Patriots.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, shit, me and you together a better team than the Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
he ain't go to a team that was devoid of talent, though.
Nah, for
That's
sure.
for sure.
For sure. Like, they wasn't bums. It's just their coaching, culture. Well, the culture, period. On top of having James Winston as a lost quarterback. I ain't gonna say a terrible quarterback. He was just lost.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looked bad. But he still threw, even though he threw 30 picks, he still threw 30 touchdowns.
5,000 yards.
5,000 yards.
5,000.
You understand?
Forget.
How about Scotty Miller, though? You hear he trying to challenge Tyreek Hill to a race?
Man, I don't even want to go there,
Boy,
bro.
hey,
boy.
Look, Super Bowl. What you?
First, let's start off with let's go. You know, Tampa Bay offense versus Kansas City defense. What's the matchup? You know.
Well, Kansas City's defense is definitely not the greatest defense you ever seen in your life. Not even remotely close. Honestly, they're not even better than the Bears defense 2 years ago.
They gonna have to stop the run.
Well, the thing about them, they bend. But at the last minutes, like at the key minutes during the game, they always end up coming together, and it ends up looking like a a world-renowned defense, even though the whole game has actually been kind of lackluster.
Yeah. To me, it just really all comes down to how much can they start to run. Because really, like, why they were so good in the first half against Green Bay, that play action was going, bro. Fournette, he was running the ball good. That spin move, Drew. I like, damn, why ain't seen this out of 4 minutes since Jaguar days, boy? And then bowling to the end zone. I like, bet.
I ain't seen this since LSU.
Bro, you take that, and then I bet. Now, it don't even matter if we can run the ball anymore this half at least.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the threat is there, so the play action, boom, hitting them, You know what I'm saying? It's just that at the end of the day, Tom Brady just looked a little shaky in the second half. Because, you know what I'm saying, it was working, it was still working. Missed one dude open up here, missed another dude, threw a bad interception. It's like, ooh.
I will say this though about the Bucs. We healed off. This the big time for that. You gotta come on with it. Ain't none of that shaky shit.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I think he'll have a minimum impact. I don't think he'll have a super strong impact just because, you know what I'm saying, like, if you expect him to run and you trying to stop the run, he can be stopped.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, when you ain't coming out expecting it and then hit you for a couple of them, then he'll get you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we'll see.
Now,
I don't even know how Kansas City run defense been this year statistically. Let me look that bit.
Well, one thing about Kansas City that's not getting mentioned enough, neither one of their tackles is playing. And then their center Kilgore just got put on that list with DeMarcus Robinson. Like I was saying, they ain't tested positive just yet, but they was around someone that was positive, so they are on the COVID reserve list as of now, at least.
Yeah.
So Super Bowl, who's your MVP? Who you got winning, and how much you got them winning by?
Super Bowl MVP, obviously it depends on who win the game. So then it just depends on which quarterback. So
I mean, we see some receivers win.
I think Kansas City gonna win the game. I think Patrick Mahomes gonna win MVP. That just played it safe, you know what I'm saying? Unless Kelsey just goes off, but then again, if Kelsey goes off, Patrick Mahomes still gonna get credit for it. So it's like
it depends on how Kelsey goes off.
Yeah.
Like
no. Maybe it could be like, nah, it ain't gonna be that though. I'm about to say maybe it'd be a low score game and then maybe a defensive player made a couple picks or something.
That was
gonna
the
happen.
city.
That was Kansas City.
The city getting you 20 at least. On the bad day, on the terrible day, they getting you 20. But how much you got to win it by?
I think they gonna play with them for a minute. But I think they just ultimately gonna pull away, man. I got them winning by like 10 plus.
10 plus.
10 plus. I got them 10 plus.
That's
me.
I got Kansas City by 4.
4?
I mean, taking all them factors that you just said into account. I mean, I had this days ago, but you saying what you just said earlier, it all on the head. Like the run from Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette will be key. Brady's mental will be key because it's not a defense he ain't played against or seen before. Yeah. Now, will Mike Evans show up? Maybe. Will Chris Godwin show up and actually catch passes? Maybe. So, I think next year, and I know this is a little bit off base, but next year they're gonna find a way to get Scotty Miller in their games. Like that white boy, a little something right there.
I'm trying to look for their defensive stats. I only can see, shit, they ranked 5th in points allowed.
Mm-hmm. What about the run?
They 11th, giving up 4.5 per rush.
That's not really bad.
That's not bad. That's what I'm saying.
But
the Kansas City defense ain't bad.
But on camera, it looks so bad.
I do.
It look worse than what the numbers say, bro. Like,
but not last game though, bro. They showed up, bro. in the AFC Championship game, they handled their business and moved over, bro.
Right,
like,
but it feeds into that mantra I was saying. I was like, bro, they're gonna bend over the course of a game. They're gonna bend. But the times they need to hold, they hold.
Yeah.
And all they gotta do is force you to kick a field goal.
Yeah, let's get to it.
You know my
Kansas City offense against Tampa Bay defense.
Man, you know my mantra. You know my stick on them.
But I think they got some money though, man. I like their defense, bro. I like Tampa Bay defense.
I do.
Bro.
Like they're young,
like
bro. They're young.
But they
fast.
quarterbacks, I don't know, bro. Tyreek Hill he different though.
He is.
Tyreek
That
Hill
whole
different.
team, that whole
bro.
team is different.
That Tyreek Hill different, bro. He can eliminate all that.
Yeah.
Like by the time your pass rusher get there, cause like, bro, look at the film. Patrick Mahomes, he got a tendency of like just dropping back, bro. Like sometimes he'll get a sack, but he'll drop that bitch back like 8-10 yards and give himself some space to throw that bitch and just launch.
That team is just you can't make mistakes.
Yeah.
And when they make mistakes, when they're not moving the ball, when they punting and we getting fumbles and Pat Mahomes throwing picks, you gotta go down there and get 7. You can't get 3. You can't beat these people kicking field goals.
That's for sure.
They're not kicking field goals all night. I guarantee it.
Not all night.
You can't contain a potent offense for so long unless you're Bill Belichick.
I think it's gonna be one of them things where Tampa Bay gonna have to come out firing
on all cylinders,
like they did last game, bro, and just get a lead. They gotta get a lead, bro. Cause if they tied up at halftime, man, it's over, man.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gotta happen. Hark back to the Browns-Steelers game. The way the Browns came out swinging, you looked up, it was 28-0. That's the way it gotta be.
Yeah.
You gotta push that lead so far to where there ain't no coming back.
See, what I think Tampa Bay defense gonna have to do is they gonna have to get in that cover 2. They ain't gonna have to run that 2, man. You can't run no 3 or nothing against them boys, man.
But in 2, you give up the run. You give up the run up the middle.
Man, you don't have to give up that run, bro. You gonna have to give that up.
Well, I will tell the Bucks this, and this is my last point on it. Look here, that Davis fella, get him the fuck away from Tyreek Hill. He ain't got nothing for that nigga, bro. I'm just gonna say
they gonna have
11 catches.
They on that scheme that you don't have to have a good game plan scheme wise. Cause they ain't no one player that can just guard him, so they're gonna have to scheme him down. Like, but then the thing is you have Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, so it's like you can't just shut one person down. Bro.
If I had to take the lesser of 2 evils, I'll take Travis Kelce. I'll let Travis Kelce do whatever because he can't go play for play up and down the field like Tyreek Hill can.
Yeah.
And whatever game plan the Bucks had when they played the regular
Travis
season.
Travis Kelce, man, he moved them sticks, man.
He do.
And he's just so hard to. It's like every time they need to play, he just show up, bro.
But I'm saying like, would you take a nigga that's gonna take 10 catches to get downfield? Or you would take this nigga that's gonna take 1, 2 at the max.
Yeah, I get you, bro. But sometimes they got different games though, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like the same way where like Will Fuller, say he don't get hurt, he kind of that same like big play. You know what I'm saying? Not really a lot of those short plays. You know what I'm saying? But you need those during the game. You know what I'm saying? So.
It's gonna be a game to see.
I would like to see Tyreek Hill, number 1 receiver in another offense with another quarterback.
Shit, I mean, it still don't change him running hitches, running drags. The occasional screenplay.
I take a hitch.
Shit, because when they beat the Browns, he just ran a simple out route and just simple. And that's the crazy part about this game. It's like I'm not saying that he can't do these things, but you don't really see the man running post corners and posts and fades and comebacks and shit like that, man. You see that nigga running hitches, drags, screens.
Anything to create separation, bro.
Anything to get the ball in his hand quick.
Anything to create separation. But it's gonna be tough on the Bucks, man.
It is. It's gonna be tough. Like whatever game plan you had, because you know they played in the regular season. Whatever game plan you had defensively, throw that shit in the trash.
But I don't know, man, because I just feel like Kansas City can get got sometimes too, though. Now, like if Kansas City lose, I would not be surprised at all, bro.
Check. Everybody can get got. It's just
So
figuring out how to get them and having the perfect pieces in place to get them.
I would not be surprised. Yeah, so.
All right, what we got up next?
Let's just quickly go through this since everybody just be talking about it. If Kansas City win, what that does to Patrick Mahomes' legacy. If the Bucs win, what it does to Tom Brady. I mean,
He's the greatest of all time.
He already is right now, but
it's just further separation between 1 and 2.
For sure. That's all it is, really. And I mean, it's really gonna be hard for Patrick Mahomes to catch up to that, bro. If Patrick Mahomes win, though, it's like, dang, he beat Tom Brady. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got some wins.
And this is
twice, really. Once to get to the Super Bowl and once to
if Brady wins, in my opinion, Mahomes could still be the GOAT, but it's gonna take some extraordinary shit to happen in order for him to do it. Like he would have to win. He would have to win 2 at Kansas City, go somewhere else without Travis Kelce, without Andy Reid, without Tyreek Hill.
Bro.
But I'm telling you what it would take, in my opinion, for him to beat Brady if he loses the Super Bowl. He would have to go somewhere else with way less inferior talent and do the same thing. Give me 2 more. Yeah. He got to go somewhere else and give me 2 more.
Yeah.
That's damn near the only thing he can do.
He ain't going to get 7 rings, bro.
He ain't going to make it to 10 championship appearances.
11. Wait, it's 10 or 11?
This is 10. But what if that nigga goes to 10 in a row? Because for the foreseeable future, that's who's representing the AFC in the Super Bowl.
What?
Hey,
but the NFL, it doesn't happen in the NFL, though.
It don't. But
the longest anybody went to the Super Bowl in a row was 4.
Bills.
I know. So it's not. In the whole history of football, it never been longer than 4.
Right, but we haven't had back-to-back champions since the Patriots, since Tom Brady.
They never went to 4 in a row.
No, they didn't. It was 2001, then the Bucks in 02, then they came back in 03, and they won in 04. And then didn't go back until 07.
Yeah.
And they lost. We ain't gonna say who they lost to though. Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be crazy, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just eye test to me though. It's like, you don't know what could happen, you know. He can do something crazy in the Super Bowl or whatever, and people eye test whether he end up with 5 and Tom Brady got 7. People can still think he's like the better person or a better player or whatever, you know.
Now, again, theme of the show, context doesn't matter. You can have 5 and someone else has 7. Like, for instance, Jordan has 6, but Robert Horry has 7.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but we know why Robert Horry has 7. And we know why Michael Jordan has 6. So, if Pat Mahomes has 5 Super Bowls, but he did it in grandiose fashion, like let's say every Super Bowl he was in, he was down deficits. He was down double-digit deficits, and he came back and won. Because so far, he was down double-digit deficit, and he came back and won. That makes his Super Bowl a little bit more potent than Brady's.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
some of Brady's Super Bowls are from coming down and
especially
winning.
Atlanta.
Yeah, so.
Boy, that team ain't been right since then. hey, bro, like.
Poor Atlanta, bro. I swear, poor Atlanta.
Ever since then, every time Atlanta comes to Texas, whether it's in Dallas or it's in Houston, they've blown leads.
Bro, it's literally like expected of them now.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh shit, they're up by 25. Oh well, we lost. Yeah, they.
Well, did Tom Brady? Did the Bucs just do that to him in the regular season this year?
I don't think they came.
They came back, bro. It wasn't like 28 points or nothing. But take me a break. Back. Okay, so Matthew Stafford trade. That came out of nowhere, bro. 1 minute,
Well,
he
did it?
I mean, like I said before, I'm sure it was stories about Matthew Stafford, possibly getting moved during the offseason, just about every offseason the last 3 years. But, it's just people say it. So, like people saying Matt Ryan, like how it had been for the last couple years. Oh, Matt Ryan, even this offseason, he might move him, Matt Ryan. So,
Right,
same thing.
But once they said that both parties agreed that this is it.
No, I'm just saying it came out of nowhere in the sense like they agreed to do this and then got traded within like a week's time. You know what I'm saying? It was like quick. It was a quick turnaround. The Rams sent Goff 2021 third round pick, a 2022
and 2 first-rounders.
First round pick, and a 2023 first round pick to the Lions for Matthew Stafford, bro.
Well, they're basically telling us that they're betting it all on Matthew Stafford. And what we've been saying about Matthew Stafford for the longest, the man is really a top 7, top 8, top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
He was just always in a bad situation out there in Detroit.
For sure.
So now, but what this does do for Matthew Stafford, you don't get that excuse no more, bro. And you still in the peak of your career.
You don't.
You still in the peak of your career. You have an awesome offensive coordinating coach in Sean McVay. You have a decent to a good running game.
Yeah.
You have an awesome defense behind you. Shit, you got Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, that nigga Jefferson, Tyler Higbee. Y'all got some action out there.
Bro, even with Goff, they won a playoff game and, beat the Seahawks, too.
And
it ain't look bad against the Packers. It just, Aaron Donald got hurt. So that's a big thing. If he can't create no pressure, Packers was eating. So,
also,
it's crazy, though, man. This is stuff I like to see, though. Like, man, finally, bro, he get to go somewhere, be in a good offense, and let's see what he really can do, bro. Like, I be hating these teams, bro, just be wasting these quarterbacks and stuff, bro.
But the thing about this also that people not really speaking on, I pay attention to these minute little details. So the NFC North has always been a one-man show for the most part. It's always been Aaron Rodgers. It's always been Aaron Rodgers' division to lose.
Yeah.
So out there in the NFC West, it's such an even kill division. There's not a clear-cut winner every year. Like, the Cardinals are coming along nice. They was one game away from making the playoffs.
Yeah.
If Kyler Murray didn't get hurt in that last game and pull out, they probably win that game and they get into the playoffs and the Rams don't get in.
Yeah, that division tough, bro.
It is.
That division tough.
It's not NFC East terrible tough.
Like,
it's NFC West. We here. We all in a lock together tough. I like that. That makes for good football. That means somebody in that division can go 11-5 and not make the playoffs.
What? Woo! Boy, Russell Wilson got to cut out for his ass. Nah.
And that's the context of the greatness of Russell Wilson. Because he's always played in such an even kill division that always had awesome defenses.
Man.
And the Rams.
Those teams always been good. 49ers been good. Even the 49ers down now. You got the Cardinals that's decent. You got the Rams that won a playoff game, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess to your division, right? Or, whatever, but.
The Rams try to get back to 2017. Well, 2016. 2018, sorry. 2018.
Yeah.
They try to get back to 2018.
But they're a team that risk it for the biscuit, bro. Like,
Matthew Stafford
they throwing it all in, bro.
But check it. Matthew Stafford is a better risk for a whole better biscuit than a nigga like Jared Goff.
But they risk it like 2 first rounders and stuff.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying. Like, how old is Matthew Stafford? About 33? That's about 33. He's
32,
still,
I think.
Okay,
32, 33.
Even better. We'll go for the sake of argument. We'll say 32. Actually, I got the shit in front of me. Yeah, he's 32. Matter of fact, his birthday, he about to be 33 in like 5 days.
Okay, so yeah, 32, 33 is a
week. So, yeah, he got roughly another 5 or 6 years of being as good as we see him at least.
Yeah.
So they're betting it for 5 to 6 years. That this is our guy.
Yeah.
This is who we in with. I put it like this. This is Sean McVay putting his coaching career, at least as far as the Rams is concerned, into Matthew Stafford. Because if it fails, Sean McVay might be out the door.
Yeah. But I like it though, bro, because think about it, like you said in 2018, where they got Ndamukong Suh. Who else they got? They had a cornerback.
Did they have to leave?
I think they
did. I think they did have to leave at Marcus Peters. Yeah. They did have to leave at Marcus Peters.
They went all in that year, and they made it to the Super Bowl. You can't deny that. So like
Jared Goff, again, I mean, damn.
Oh yeah, Jared Goff. I mean the Lions just hired Anthony Lynn as OC. So I don't know what that really does for them. I guess they might try to go a little bit run heavy. I don't know.
They could get a receiver. I mean, shit. They're getting the first round draft. They get the first round draft pick. Yeah. They could get a receiver out of the draft.
They got 2 first rounders.
One for next year, though. All right.
Well, yeah. Well, including the one they already have for this year. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I give you this. What if the Raiders would have traded for Matthew Stafford?
The Raiders?
You know, the Raiders got picks.
For Matthews?
The Raiders got draft picks.
Matthew Stafford
and Henry Ruggs.
But the Rams is a way better prospect. I
was just threw the Raiders out there because they the only team I know off the top of my head that had multiple first round draft picks.
Yeah, but you don't want to trade for a quarterback that don't want to be there. So most times the quarterback goes kind of where like they got to sign off on it if they want to be traded somewhere most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I think that nigga didn't give a damn way he went as long as it wasn't Detroit. Or Houston.
I think he did. He probably had a list, bro. Like, I'm going to need, give me here, or here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. Hello, offseason.
Hey, that just the start of it, bro. That's just the start of it, man.
So,
we got a lot of quarterbacks. Matter of fact, we got a little roundtable coming up. Make sure you watch that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be called Keep or Move On. You know what I mean?
Keep or move on.
You go keep them or you going to move on. What we going to do. So, for sure. What's next on? Oh, we got Deshaun Watson.
Whew. Look.
Yeah. Hey. Houston fans, man, hurt now, boy. God, dog.
The expression goes, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you just getting the first-hand glimpse on why I jumped off this Titanic in 2006 when they went 2-14.
What you mean? What you talking about?
Why? I'm not. Texas ain't my favorite team.
Texas ain't your team. Oh man.
Not at all.
Yeah.
The Rockets ain't my favorite team either. Damn, I'm not a fan of no Houston sports. I know better.
God, dog. Anyway,
I know better.
But he won't out, bro. So, you know.
Well, it could go one of two ways. Cause look, the way I see it is like this.
But who wants to trade? I mean, I know a lot of people.
A lot of people they said a lot of teams inquired about the nigga, but the Texans has dug they heels in the ground. Like they don't want to trade him.
You really think they ain't gonna trade him?
Look, I put it like this. Look, let me connect the dots on this. We're dead with or without him. The question is how dead we're gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. Trade him. Get picks.
It's a spiteful game. This is a spiteful game. And then look at what it does. Look at the precedent it'll set if they trade him. Anybody that feels like they don't want to be somewhere anymore, they could just bogart their way out of there. And the name of the game is to not show the players exactly how much power they have.
But that's what it's coming to, bro. That's what it's coming to. Like it's turning into that, bro. Players starting to have power, bro.
Not yet.
It's starting to have power, bro. I know they gonna fight back, bro. But more and more, bro, you see it in basketball already, bro. Like
this is a different.
I understand it's different.
League,
I understand it's different, but it's like it's gonna change. I mean, look how things changed since the 70s and 80s, bro. Like so, you don't think 10, 15 years from now it's is gonna keep changing to more players gonna have more power, bro.
Okay,
I like it though, bro. Like, cause we need to have more black people in coaching positions.
No, for sure.
We need to have black people in GM positions, and so like
outside of the sports bubble, nigga, hell yeah, I want Deshaun Watson to make the best decision for him. But realistically, looking at this shit and the way that these owners really run this shit, they could fuck Deshaun Watson by not trading him. Man, he's here for 4 years. He's gonna rot for 4 years.
But they wouldn't do that though. That's gonna hurt their bottom line, bro. If it's gonna hurt their pockets, they won't do it.
Our bottom line is fucked regardless of the fact. Now, the NFL will make money hand over fist every year. That's just it's a given. Pandemic, no pandemic, it'll damn near take the world ending for the NFL to not make money. Yeah. So, now what'll have to happen is the Texan fans will have to, by the numbers, boycott and not patronize the merchandise, not patronize the power product, none whatsoever. But we know that's not gonna happen. You already have like what? Fuck, if we had there's 7 million people that stay here. Shit, if you had only 1 million, and that's a small number really compared to 7 million. Yeah. Shit, if you had 1 million people patronize the product, shit, there go their money right there. They done made the money. For 4 years, bro, if he don't play football for 4 years, by the time he come back, his value would be significantly low. So that's the hardest ball of them all. Like, that's why they say contractual agreements, nigga. Contractual
But that's not going to happen, though. That wouldn't happen. It's going to hurt their bottom line. If they going to lose money, they wouldn't do it. That's what they think. That's all the owners care about. They care about making money.
Yeah, it's the name of the game. And
that's all it's about.
And it's about power. It's about power and money. Power and money. Like, yeah. Once you show the crack in the system, shit. And then it's about, once the players have the ultimate leverage, shit, it's the players' league, and it'll literally be exactly. Nah, I can't.
How long is he still on for then?
4 years. He had about 4. He signed an extension.
But he can get out of that in less than 4 years.
Not if they don't want him to. That's up to the organization. Like, they can hold you here for the exact duration of your contract. Man. And they could tag you twice.
I think that's just coming off your rookie year, so maybe.
Shit. This is an extension. This ain't a brand new contract. This is an extension. That's the verbiage.
I understand.
So at the end of this, you could possibly get extended by 2 years, according to their new CBA. It's a fucked up game, bro. Hey,
I know. I understand, bro. But hey, I feel like he gonna get traded. That's my end. What you think? He isn't, bro. At the beginning of the season, is Deshaun Watson the starting quarterback for the Texans?
No, because he ain't going to
play. It's like, yeah, all that
No, the question is, will he get traded or not? Not will he play or whatever. If you ask me, will he play? Nah, I think he...
Okay.
I'm not saying he don't want out.
For sure. Will he be... If traded or not, he could be on the team.
Oh, you're talking about according to depth chart?
It don't matter. You'll think he'll be the starting quarterback for the Texans game 1.
Yes.
Barring injury.
Yes.
You think he is?
Yes.
Okay. I think he is.
We're going to see it. We're going to see it.
So, hey, man. It's crazy, bro. Like, they all doing it now, man. They all doing it now.
And Deshaun Watson is a big figure. Like, outside of Patrick Mahomes.
Look at AB. He did it. You know what I'm saying? He was able to do it 3 times before he actually got kicked out of the league or whatever.
But the Steelers and the Raiders are 2 totally different organizations.
But then he went to the Patriots.
And
then he went to the Patriots. So
But he did.
And then he called a touchdown.
Check me out. But look what grossly thing he allegedly did in order for him to get out. That's not even Deshaun Watson's character. None whatsoever. Like that.
I know that should be even better though.
AB wanted to get out so bad he hurt his brand to get out. Deshaun Watson not gonna hurt his brand to get out.
Okay, what about Matthew Stafford? He axed out. He got out.
That's a whole different brand than what Deshaun Watson is.
I understand. But
And plus, he been in purgatory for so goddamn long. Shit, he been there for forever.
Yeah.
Shit, the man career at 45,109 passing yards, 282 touchdowns, and 141 picks. But the man is 74-89 as a quarterback for the Detroit Lions.
I know that's terrible, but
we know
they
why.
terrible.
We know why the record. We know about the record.
Like they always been terrible. So it's like
last year Matt gave you 4,084, 26, and 10.
He did just enough where his legacy is okay. You know, we give you a chance to either be great or not to be great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if all this time you were just trash, we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't be here. So like, okay, you did just enough to let's see what you gonna do, bro. So welcome to Keep or Move On.
Move on, keep.
What you gonna do? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go through the teams, and then we're gonna stay which will you keep or move on, and then rapid fire session real quick.
Fire.
So
Bow.
all right.
You gotta get it out real quick.
Keep or move on, Indianapolis.
I got move on. I mean,
yeah,
the obvious thing to do. I mean, you don't have Phillip Rivers. You're not going to talk Phillip Rivers back out of retirement. At least that's the way it seemed. And what real quarterback is on the market outside of Deshaun Watson, obviously. And I seriously doubt the Texans will trade their best player ever in franchise history to a division rival. So, yeah, we're just going to move on. Hopefully we can sting something out the draft and get something going. I mean, Frank Wright is a quarterback whisperer, so, I mean, it ain't a bad situation to be in. You got a good line. You got you got good to decent receivers. So shit, hey, shake for it.
Yeah.
Keep a move on the Jets.
Man, I would say move on. You know what I'm saying? You got the second overall pick. You know, and you probably can get a first rounder for Sam Darnold. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you get a second rounder. It depends on, you got to move him before the draft because obviously if you end up drafting a quarterback, then they know you're trying to move him.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna want to give you a whole lot. So, but to me, I seen enough from Sam Darnold. Like, to me, like a lot of the times, it takes moving to another team to maybe get a different scenery, experience, or something like that. Why keep beating a dead horse, you know? So move on for sure. All right, keep a move on, Jags.
Shit, I'm moving on.
For sure.
I got the first draft pick. I got Urban Meyer. Nigga, give me Trevor Lawrence and get this Garner Minshew mustache mountain and get this nigga the fuck to the back of the line. You understand? That's all I got.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's easy one. Keep a move on the motherfucking Bears.
The Bears, Trubisky, Nick Foles. Where they draft at? Bears. Yeah, they had a good season though. Yeah, they 20. Ooh. I don't know what kind of salary cap they got. Maybe they can go out and spend some money on somebody. I don't know. I don't see where you can really go though. I think you just hold out. I don't know. I think you just hold out. Keep a move on, Packers.
Nigga, if we don't go to the next one, the Packers. Nigga, you better keep Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, man.
You better handcuff that nigga to the bed, to the post. So you better tie him down. Because I'm telling you, you going to purgatory the second you let go of Aaron Rodgers. It is over. And if the second Aaron Rodgers leaves, if I'm Devontae Adams, I want the fuck out immediately. How fast? Immediately.
Nah, what if they pay that boy real good? Make him top receiver in the league.
Okay, we might be talking about that.
You talk about that.
But hey, other than anything short of that Aaron Rodgers is out of here, oh yeah, I got to get up out of here. Because it's only going to go down from here.
For sure.
So, but no, seriously, like, nigga, stay.
Okay, for sure.
Stay put. Sit still. Move on to keep on the Giants.
I say keep. He showed me enough to not want to move on, bro. Like, cause I mean, who you getting at 11? You know, they got. If you ain't in the top 10, you ain't getting Justin Fields or maybe even that dude from BYU. I don't even really know how good he is, but so like you gonna get basically another Daniel Jones, bro. It's like if he can just clean up a few things, I feel like they can make it to the next step, bro. Because he showed you flashes, man. Like he'll give you a 400-yard game, but he'll throw 3 or 4 touchdowns with 2 or 3 picks though, or a fumble, and like
nobody puts that ball on the ground like Daniel Jones.
So keep a move on. Washington football team.
Washington football team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm staying. I am staying. Why? Because Heineke, bro, that took a lot. Like, bro, like context. Yeah. Context, bro. His very first start. I understand that it ain't a lot of film on you. Yeah. All that other whatnot. Ain't a lot of scouting. Cool. But, bro, that is a high pressure situation. And they were this close from winning, bro. They almost knocked them people off. Yeah. Like, and he looked good doing it.
He looked good, bro.
He looked real good.
Yeah, I like him too, bro. I like him, yeah. And plus, bro, like,
what's the
they not even in position to really be trying to, like, make a run at it. So it ain't no point of pushing all your chips in the table.
The Washington football team, okay, you're coming off a playoff appearance with Alex Smith for the most part. You're in the NFC East. The other teams ain't no goddamn better. So what you got to lose with Tyler Heineke? Yeah. Tripping the Philadelphia Eagles.
Both.
Can't pick both, nigga. It's one or the
but
other.
literally, like, I will move on from Carson Wentz and keep Jalen Hurts.
That's funny as fuck.
I'm doing both, bro. I'm keeping Jalen Hurts. I'm moving on for Carson Wentz, bro. Like, I feel like I could really get, like, he was in MVP conversations, bro, at one point, bro. Like, he still got value, bro. People, I bet you Indianapolis will give up a first rounder for him. Keep him, move on Steelers.
I gotta keep it. Technically, Big Ben haven't retired. And again, I mean, his receivers was dropping a lot of passes. Like, a lot of Ben Roethlisberger passes were getting dropped by Chase Claypool and Washington and everybody else. Now, yeah, I mean, he ain't just had the flashiest and the most sexiest stats ever, but those drops do mean something. And the lack of a running game, you putting the whole workload on Ben Roethlisberger. And he ain't at that point in his career anymore. Like, you gotta manage him the way Brady is getting managed. Like, Brady's like the perfect example. Like, give me a run game. At least something I could take the work off of me, because damn, the man gonna break down. Keep a move on from the 49ers. Jimmy G.
Boy, that's big move on, boy. Ever since he missed that pass to Emmanuel Sanders, bro.
Move on for
this dude, bro. God, dog.
Big.
That's another place Carson Wentz can go to, bro. Like, so.
I was vouching for him to go to the 49ers the whole time, even when people in my homie was shouting the coach because of the Frank Wright connection. I'm like, man, 49ers. You got a Kyle Shanahan in an awesome run game. Shit. And you got a defense behind you. And you ain't lacking at the receiver position.
For sure.
Shit. For sure. And you got that nigga Kittle.
Bet. Keep a move on, Cowboys.
If them people don't keep Dak Prescott, po them. Because you ain't going to find nothing close to it. Not saying that he's just a world-renowned talent, but let's be honest, bro. Since peak Tony Romo, who's been better? For them, at least. Yeah. Like, the man is taking gradual steps of actually getting better. It just so happened he had a freakish-ass injury last year. And I believe if Dak Prescott would have played the whole season, the Dallas Cowboys would have ran away with the NFC East. Yeah. That's a whole different offense with Dak Prescott in it. We'll keep a move on. The Denver Broncos.
Drew Lock, he decent. He ain't that good. You know, they do got a lot of talented receivers. I don't know. What they draft 9th? I don't know. They could probably package something, man. They could probably move up. Because they didn't win, now I'm old, bro. Because Chargers my favorite team, so I definitely know about the Broncos.
Yeah.
For sure. So
Yeah, that's your division to know.
I would definitely move on from, definitely. That's what I would do. Keep them move on Vikings.
Since you paid uncle, sister, mother, sister, brother, cousins, all that goddamn money, then you signed them to an extension which we're fully guaranteed again, you better keep. Because if you don't, he still gets paid any goddamn way. And Kirk Cousins is really not that bad of a quarterback. They actually adding to their offense. Dalvin Cook is an awesome running back. Jordan Jefferson is going to be a problem. Him and Adam Thielen together is going to be a problem. Now, I'll probably do something with Kyle Rudolph or whatever because he's not really moving the needle anymore. Not saying he have ever. But other than that, yes, I'm keeping Kirk Cousins. Keep a move on from the New Orleans Saints. Damn, I wish I had that one.
The Saints.
Hey.
I keep.
Drew Brees ain't officially retired, so.
Not Drew Brees. I ain't worried about Drew Brees. Drew Brees retired. I keep James Winston. That's what he did. He was there for, the groom, for the position. Keep or move on Panthers.
Do I want Petty Teddy? Yeah, I keep Petty Teddy. I mean, shit, it ain't too much. It ain't too much they can do. And they draft 8th. Unless, guy from Ohio State, his name slipping my mind right now. Justin Fields falls to you, and it's a possibility that could happen. I mean, I keep Petty Teddy. Because you still draft 8th with Petty Teddy. Keep or move on from the Houston Texans.
Man, I don't even know. It depends on which perspective I'm thinking of.
Well, you got to pick one. You got 30 seconds.
I'll move on. Try to get at least 3 first-rounders. Maybe a second-rounder with it. Move on. Keep or move on Dolphins.
Dolphins, I actually would keep Tua. I mean, it's only been 1 year. It ain't been the worst, but it ain't been the greatest either. But give the man some time to develop or whatever. And plus, remember, he's coming off a freakish injury in college, so you still don't know how that's working, I guess you could say. Yeah. But the games he looked bad in, it's just like it was typical rookie shit. But in the shit he looked good in, I mean, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And you still got Ryan Fitzpatrick who comes in and for some odd reason, like, lights it up. Now, I do believe they rushed Tua to start. Ryan Fitzpatrick
he should have played the whole season, but anyway,
Ryan Fitzpatrick should have played the whole season.
Yeah.
Keep a move on the Atlanta Falcons.
What they draft 4th? Ooh. I would keep them. I'd keep them. I would try to. Actually, I'd try to move down. You know, give me some defensive players. Give me some cornerbacks. Cause I can win with Matt Ryan, bro. He done proved that to me. Like, he took you to the Super Bowl. He took you there, bro. And a lot of people blame Kyle Shanahan for like that debacle of the Super Bowl. Like he stopped doing what was working, bro. So it ain't all on Matt Ryan, bro.
It's not.
So,
Kyle Shanahan got cute and stopped running the ball.
Keep or move on Raiders.
And Derek drive him like a car. I would keep for 1 more year. Because he actually didn't play too bad in Mariota. When he came in that Monday Night Football game, was that against y'all? That was against the Chargers. And he lit it up.
He looked good.
He looked real good. Mm-hmm. Now, and sometimes that's what it takes for a former starter to have to play backup for a year or 2 or 3.
I told you, change the scenery.
In order for him to
Ryan
get right.
Tannehill, change the scenery.
So I keep right now, just for 1 more year. Like, you get 1 more shot at this. Keep and move on to the New England Patriots.
Last one, Patriots. I would try to keep Cam. they got him for so cheap last year. If they could get him cheap again, I would. Why not? They won 7 games with him.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what they pick at? What they pick at?
Patriots pick 15, right in the middle. 15th pick.
Yeah, I keep him. That's it for keep him. Move on for sure.
Move on to keep.
Yeah, we're gonna switch over a little bit to basketball. We gotta get some Laker talk in. Gotta get some Nets talk in.
How about the Houston Rockets?
What about them?
Since the Harden trade, they are #1 in defense. How about that?
And since the trade, the Nets are number 32 in defense.
Like, all right,
They the worst team in defense.
I said that when is a possibility that he can go to Brooklyn. I'm like, bro, outside of Kevin Durant, love Kyrie Irving to death. He's actually my favorite basketball player because he's the closest thing to Kobe or whatever, as far as like intimate connections, no homo. He don't play defense.
Yeah.
I mean, James Harden, he don't play defense. Like, James Harden plays just enough defense to get by, but the eye test does say is that the defense is definitely inadequate. Like, I already told you how I feel about that steal stat. It's such an overrated stat. Like, I mean, you stick your hand out there and it grazes your pinky finger, and you come through and take the ball. This goes as a steal to me. It counts as a steal on the stat sheet for me. Now imagine you putting all of them on the court together, because KD got to come off the court eventually. And you traded Allen, there's no rim protection at all, none whatsoever. KD is your only rim defender. But if he's out on the wing, who's defending the rim?
Yeah. I mean, the Rockets, I don't know what to say about them, man. Yeah. You need stars to actually win though. Yeah. Like, all the regular season stuff is cute and all that, but
the Rockets at this point, they're not in a win-win. They're not in a must-win absolutely right now situation, and they're not necessarily in a rebuilding situation either. They're kind of in the middle of the pack because John Wall ain't a slouch. Booger Sugar look like he got something going. So, and they're somewhere where they want to be, where they genuinely want to be, and sometimes in basketball that matters.
I mean, they still got a decent team. They got they got Wall, They got
Wall, Cousins. That dude, Woods, he coming along pretty nice. They still got Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
So, and PJ Tucker, fucker, that's my boy.
PJ Tucker.
Look like somebody mean-ass uncle. Shit, the Nets dropped some games this year, though. I know they just lost to Washington.
Yeah, let's switch to the Nets, man. Look, how they looking at the quarter mark, man? How they looking at the quarter mark?
Shit, I mean...
So, first let's talk about the Nets at the beginning of the season with Irving and KD, in the middle of the season with just KD, and then the last third, the last part where they all been together. How they look in between. Go ahead.
Well, at first, Kyrie went on that 7-game hiatus. Like, it was all right. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, they were putting up high numbers like you would expect. I mean, KD was just tearing it up from the field, though.
Yeah, he was tearing it up.
Man, he was tearing it up. He still is. But when Irving took that hiatus, I mean, he still was doing his thing. I mean, it wasn't the same grandiose fashion as having another 25-point plus scorer with you, but nonetheless, he did enough to hold it down. And right now, just recently, they dropped some games.
Yeah,
they lost to Washington, and Russell Westbrook shot like 57% from the field, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's saying something. If that man go out there and shoot 57% from the field, good God. And y'all let him splash 2 key 3
And they got like one of the worst records in the league.
I ain't gonna lie, it's over for Westbrook. I know that's off topic, but it's definitely over for him. But especially if they trade Bradley Beal like they're rumoring to do. So the Nets, man, I mean, all I'm gonna say is y'all better get that goddamn defense together, cause you're not gonna beat Milwaukee. Right. If Giannis don't do shit, he's coming down the lane, and he ain't scared of no Kyrie Irving or no James Harden. James Harden probably sitting somewhere in the corner stroking the beard or something. I don't know. But he ain't getting in the way of no Giannis.
For sure. my take on it, at the beginning, it was the same thing. It seemed like they was scoring a lot of points, but they weren't playing a lot of defense. They was losing games. With KD, same thing. He was going off by himself, but KD to me really ain't got that killer instinct in him where he just gonna take over a game, and then he'll take over like a spurt of the game, and if that boosts him up enough to like win the game, then he'll get credit for it. Bet.
Yeah, for sure.
But it ain't like fourth quarter, last 2 minutes, I'm taking all the shots. Like take over the game. But and then when Harden got there, it's just like they really ain't playing. It's like their offense went through the roof, but their defense is just like it gives the defense just that many possessions. They ain't make it take it in basketball. Like the other team get the ball once you make it. So like if your defense is sorry, then they giving up a whole bunch of points. And then it's rough on Steve Nash as a coach because it's like, man, boy.
He come from that shoot, ready to shoot.
But the thing is, like, in basketball, it's more about the players and he just getting taken along for the ride, bro. It's really depending on what the success of these three guys is on ride with the success of Steve Nash.
Now, I also remember the height of Steve Nash's career, outside of him being in Dallas, outside of him being in Dallas, the height of his career came with Mike D'Antoni. And one thing Mike D'Antoni don't do is play defense. Right now, Steve Nash is the head coach. Mike D'Antoni is on the coaching staff, but he's not really. He has input, like he's like a consultant type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's damn near the same similarities. Like threes, score, no defense. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. What they gonna do to piggyback off your point, like you just said, like it ain't make it take it, and the other team getting just as many possessions. Shit, what happens when you play Miami? When you going up against Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero? Remember they can splash that thing from the three, and get hot. I mean, Jimmy Butler, I ain't saying he just motherfucking Gary Payton or anything like that, but he definitely ain't no slouch on defense.
He ain't, bro. Like, it's going to be tough. Like, that East tough.
Gordon Dragic can score.
That's why I like to see this, bro. Like, KD at the East, you know what I'm saying? Harden at the East. Let's go. Like, if it's been such a cakewalk for LeBron all this time, then y'all should just cakewalk through. Let's see it. You know what I'm saying?
You should.
It should. You know what I mean?
Because once you get past Nets, Celtics, Toronto, Philly, Miami, shit, you still got like 2 or 3 more spots open. And I guess you could say Indianapolis. Oh, that boy Sabonis got something going out there, boy.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him, man. It's going to be tough. I don't think it's going to be just no cakewalk. But hold on tight. We'll be back for our last topic of the day. Lakers at the quarter mark.
On Shocky.
They've been pretty good, though, man. You know, Anthony Davis been averaging 22 points per game. That's not bad. Man, he can get you there, but he needs some extra people, man. Kuzma, he averaging 17 points per game. That's not bad either. They need to use him more, man.
As a team, the Lakers are shooting 48%, 38% from the three. I mean, that's a little bit at average. It's not necessarily good. I mean, I ain't gonna say not good. It's not necessarily a bad thing. And plus, it's still early in the season. Like, the reason why I don't really dive deep into basketball until All-Star Weekend or really right after like that first game after All-Star Weekend is because shit, the All-Star Weekend is the halfway point of the season. And that latter half, it really what shows you the playoff picture, who's contenders, who's pretenders. And remember Jeremy Lin. Anybody can have the Jeremy Lin effect. You'll be hot for like 2-3 months, and then out of nowhere, you'll just plummet. I'm not saying that would happen to AD or anybody on the Lakers, but I'm just generally speaking. Like, AD, he'll get his shooting together or whatever. LeBron, outside of KD, he looking like the front runner for the MVP. At this point, bro, I really don't see nobody in the West really just competing with him. Now, if the Clippers get Bradley Beal,
we got the Nuggets.
We might have some action on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really too early to say much about any one team this early in the season. You know, LeBron. He's looking good. He on MVP level right now. So, you know, I just wish he. Man, I don't know. I just wish he'd like put it on a little bit more in the games that he hot. Like you hot, bro. Like go get you 60, bro. Like go get you 70, fool. I mean,
well, you know, people argue, well, that's not his game. He's not ready to just shoot the lights out from the gym. I mean, if he do, cool.
that's what they gonna say. I know that, but I just wish he'd give. He don't have to do it every game. Just give me one on like that. Like the other game, he had like 40-something points, and he scored like 20-something points in the fourth quarter, and like 20-something points in the first quarter, and scored like 5 points in between. It's like, bro, you know.
So you saying he's a volume player? Like he'll play high volumes at this point, probably low volumes at this point.
In time he don't spend a whole he'll never spend a whole game just trying to score a ball. Mm-hmm. Like Harden might do a game, or you know, some Kyrie or whatever, bro. But you know, if he's hot, he'll still try to get you involved. So that what happens in those quarters, he'll end up passing the ball. His assist numbers will go up, but you know, he don't like just do it all game long. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really got one of those games like that. I don't even know his highest point total. That's about it, boy. For sure.
We got through that thing,
hey,
boy.
Man, subscribe for sure.
Like and subscribe, man.
Hit that notification bell. We definitely come back with you again next week, for sure, and keep it updated. Yeah.
Follow the Twitter, amazing1_NF. Snapchat, official Nike. Y'all get at me, bye. A.k.a. Fritz, was the first African-American head coach in the National Football League. Pollard and Bobby Marshall were the first two African-American players in the NFL in 1920. He wasn't inducted into the Hall of Fame until 2005. Bob Gibson, one of the most dominant pitchers ever, the pitching mound had to be lowered because he was unhittable. In 1968, he had the best season ever with 13 shutouts, 268 strikeouts, and ERA of 1.4.